Welcome to taking a break at Bitch Time, Bitch Dispatch. Corbin Smith, how are you?
Oh, I'm well, thank you, John. I'm not
Hey.
that. I'm not that exaggerated.
Burning the Friday morning oil, baby.
Yeah, I got 4 hours of sleep last night.
Cool. I do that all the time, honestly.
Yeah, I can't stop doing it lately. I just wake up for a little pee time, and then the old brain bone don't want to go back to bed.
Yeah, I got brain bone issues as well.
But yeah, I'm gonna catch a nap after we record this.
You know, it never wants to go to sleep in the first place. Anyway, I feel like it was amazing.
Wait, you don't want to go to sleep in the first place?
Oh, my brain doesn't. Anyway.
But sometimes I'm decent at it.
All right. We gotta move this into more interesting territory.
Do you exercise?
Rarely, but so anyway,
Okay,
I don't really.
I find that usually helps me.
Okay, I don't usually have the time for it. Anyway,
You know, John, I'm sorry. I'm trying to, hear about your life, hear about what's going on with you. Hear about your feelings.
Well, I mean, it's just not really that interesting. You know what is interesting is
What?
that I feel like we sort of failed.
We failed?
It's not too late. We can still talk about it, but we sort of failed to mention what Sean Marks did.
Oh, when he what did he went in and he was mean to the refs, right?
He went into the refs locker room post game and yelled at them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
he's really just, he's the spirit animal for so many people. So many people have wanted to do that. So many fans, so many mad fathers.
Uh-huh.
Pretty incredible stuff.
Wait, do you want to do that?
No, I don't. I just think it's hilarious.
You think he's manifesting angry father energy?
Yeah, I think he is. I think he's a hero to mad dads everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And to those with small market energy.
Uh-huh. Even though they're the Nets.
Well, the Nets have like the smallest market energy, actually.
Oh, wow. Because of the Knicks?
They don't really have any fans.
Wow.
So
that's mean. I don't think that's true.
I think it's pretty much true.
Wow. I don't know about that.
The New Jersey Nets had some fans, but they didn't really come up.
The strangest people in the world.
Well, people from New Jersey.
Yeah.
It's not that
like David Roth was a New Jersey Nets fan.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, he is, but he's like a,
He doesn't care about the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, he's a troubled young man, though,
I mean, he's older than us.
Yeah, a troubled young man.
And less troubled than both of us, I think.
Oh, I don't think that's true.
That one's a little more subjective.
He's probably less troubled than me, but I don't know about you.
Wow, you think I'm more troubled than you are?
No. He's less troubled than me, but I don't know if he's necessarily less troubled than you.
Oh, so you have a very specific hierarchy of who's troubled and who's not troubled in mine.
Yeah. Name another person we know. I'll slot him in.
Alex Sakig.
More troubled than me.
Okay. Interesting. Well, that means he's more troubled than me as well.
Yeah. You're currently at the top of the pyramid.
I'm not that troubled.
Yeah.
Huh. It's interesting what people think. I don't know.
I mean, name somebody else we know.
No, I think I'm done with this.
Because Lewis is less troubled than you.
Lewis?
Yeah.
What about Montrezl Harrell?
Less troubled than you.
Yeah, he seems like he's kind of
he has really good energy.
Why
are you the on topic boy today?
Because it's the NBA playoffs. I've been the on topic guy for weeks now. This is this is the one time we're not farting around because there's so much to talk about. There's so much going on, Corbin Smith.
All right. Let's talk about the playoffs.
So I'm gonna be truthful right now.
You see Endgame yet? Or?
See what? Oh no, I haven't seen it. Don't say a goddamn word
Yeah,
about it.
it's really good. I'll say that.
Okay, no more.
Okay.
But so I'm going to be honest with you. And listen, first of all, I never told the story of how I got canceled.
Oh, go ahead.
Basically, well, first of all, second of all, third of all, fourth of all, fifth of all, 297th of all, John Havlicek died last night.
Mm-hmm. Rest in peace, Hondo.
Rest in peace. But can I be honest with you about the way that makes me feel?
You don't feel much because you don't really know anything about John Havlicek?
First of all, definitely that's true.
Yeah, me too.
Secondly, it's just like all these Celtics fans are going to bring this insufferable get one for the Gipper energy.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, that's not good. They don't know anything about John Havlicek.
It reminds me of like 2 or 3 years ago when Isaiah Thomas's sister died, and we had to hear about that for like 2 months.
Wow. Okay. All right. That's maybe a little different.
It's definitely different, but at the same time, it's like if this had happened to anyone else in the league on any other team, except save for like
if Clyde Drexler died.
Yeah, we wouldn't be hearing about it.
I think we might be hearing about it.
Well, we'd be hearing about that. Clyde Drexler's definitely too young to just die.
Yeah, I can't think of any old Blazers.
Also, I didn't know that Clyde Drexler was on the Blazers.
That's rude.
Thought he was a Houston Rockets basketball player.
Yeah, I mean that's what he wants you to fucking think.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, I'm honoring his wishes.
That guy, he would do anything to erase his Blazers career.
Yeah, what's that all about?
I don't know. I really don't know. I just think he likes Houston.
He did win a championship there.
Yeah, and he played in college there. Yeah. Made 2 finals in Portland. He's probably the best player in franchise history, but no, he just likes Houston too much, man.
Well, you know what other professional basketball team has an estranged relationship with their greatest player ever?
The Celtics do.
Well, the Chicago Bulls as well.
Mm-hmm. You know why they have a strange relationship with their greatest player ever, though?
Because of petty squabbling?
More than that, I think. Okay, yes, petty squabbling. But also because he is... he, eclipsed his team.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Yeah.
Michael Jordan is a bigger deal than the Chicago Bulls. On a certain level, Jordan's time with the Bulls was a god deigning to grant favor to a weakling franchise, you know?
Well, I mean, the organization itself operates with some in this again, small market energy. Mm-hmm. And so they're never going to be built to withstand.
I don't necessarily think the small market energy as we would normally use it, though. They're just, cheap.
Yeah, but it's not just that. They also...
they're also weirdos.
Yeah, they also keep people at their jobs for a really long time out of,
I don't think that's small market energy. I think that's something else.
There's a certain folksiness to it.
I guess.
I'll say that.
I think it has way more to do with Reinsdorf being cheap than anything else. I think if anything, it's a real billionaire squad. Because it has everything in the world, and yet it's still doing everything it can to make sure the U.S. government doesn't get even one extra dime from them. And in this case, the U.S. government is the cause of winning, I suppose.
Right.
Does that make sense?
It makes some sense.
Okay.
I should probably explain how I got canceled, though.
Sure, yeah.
But so, I mean, I wouldn't be honest about the Celtics, how that all makes me feel if I hadn't already been canceled.
Uh-huh.
But basically, you know how we do this podcast, they call them bitch time, right?
Uh-huh.
Bitch time, hey, bitch, I'm a bitch, you're a bitch, you know?
Uh-huh.
One day I was teaching class.
Uh-huh.
And, I thought it would be funny to try to bring that energy to the classroom. And I was like, guys, today we're going to have bitch time.
Ugh. And
it just
I could have told you this wasn't going to work out.
It just didn't go as well as I thought.
Yeah, man, you might have deserved this one.
Yeah, so I'm canceled now, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't blame him, honestly.
I don't think the network's bringing me back.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, can you hang up? We're not doing the show anymore.
Haha.
Good one. Ha ha.
Oh, haha.
I just don't need to have like a problematic white man like you.
Sure, right, yeah.
You know, tagging my mighty coattails.
So what do you think about this Celtics-Bucks series?
I think the Bucks are gonna win.
I think so too.
Is that what we're doing? Are we doing previews right now?
A little bit. I mean, we're moving around.
Okay, all right.
All the possible topics.
Cool.
I think this is called bitch time, actually. Bitch dispatch. Free form nonsense.
Yeah. All right. Good point.
The takes are
I totally didn't do a take it or break it last week. I swear to God, I was swamped.
Yeah. Anyway,
I meant to do one this week too.
Hey, Corbin, put the calendar away.
I'm sorry. I had to help my grandma with her computer. I still have to help my grandma with her computer.
I thought you meditated.
When?
I just generally, don't you meditate?
Yeah, my practice has been a little shitty lately, if you must
know. Well, maybe that's why you're having such a hard time being present.
Okay. All right. Fine. I'm present.
Somebody was talking to me. They were like, "Oh, I'm like bummed out that Malcolm Brogdon's going to be out games 1 and 2."
Uh-huh.
I think that Marcus Smart being out's a much bigger deal.
Because they don't have any good defenders.
Right.
Because Jason Tatum is going to get turned into goo.
Yeah, goo.
God, Giannis is just going to destroy all the feckless weaklings they throw at him.
I mean, as from the Celtics' perspective, you just have to concede that he's going to get his. And I think that you have to just try to seal off 3-pointers as much as possible and not put them on the line.
All right.
I think that's what they have to do.
Probably. You think they're going to succeed?
No, because if that's where you're starting as your best strategy in any given situation, it's just like you're in a tough spot.
Unless you're playing against Westbrook, in which case it actually might work.
Dude, Westbrook.
We'll talk about it. Let's get to that when we get to that. We haven't talked about that yet. Anyway, continue.
I'm glad that we haven't talked about it yet because we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, fine. We will be the last people who talked about it, but we'll talk about it.
I just don't understand these people who are like, they're like arrogant Celtics are going to win people, and they just act like there's no one on the Bucks. It's just Giannis. And
it's Giannis and like 10 excellent role players and a top tier coach.
Well, it's like Chris Middleton's an all-star too. Like, when do people forget that he existed? Also, Chris Middleton historically has been like really awesome in the playoffs. So I don't know what people are thinking. There's this weird misattribution of greatness that people are making to the Celtics. I don't understand it.
Oh, well, I mean, it's because they won titles in the 60s.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah,
I mean,
they think Havlicek's still on the team. Yeah, when Havlicek died, they were like, "Oh no, not good for the Celtics. They could use Hondo's production.
They could use it, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's underrated about the Damian Lillard shot?
No, I don't.
Is that first they had the ball and were down 2 with like 35 seconds left.
Uh-huh.
And he went right to the rack for a 2-for-1.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty cold.
He tied the game. He just like went straight. They like inbound the ball. He just went straight to the rack and got a layup.
No, yeah, that shit ruled.
And there's like 30 seconds left. And you know right away that they're going to get the 2-for-1 because Russell Westbrook probably doesn't even know what a 2-for-1 is.
All right, that's a little mean, but go ahead.
But do you disagree?
I think he knows what it is. It's probably not at the forefront of his mind, though.
Exactly. Is he thinking about what that is? Does he recognize what's going on in the heat of the game? Or is he just like being mad?
I think mad's a weird word for it. But
being Russ.
Yeah, he's russing out there. Yeah, Yeah, I feel like I shouldn't presume to know what's going on in his head, but yeah, probably.
And then another underrated aspect of it is, well, they get the stop, of course, but
Aminu basically gets it. They just put Aminu on him, and like Westbrook can't really do anything about that. It was a good play. Aminu's been really good for the Blazers all year.
And then Lillard just takes the ball. They don't take a timeout or anything. Lillard just runs it up.
Yeah.
Dribbles out the clock, makes the coolest shot I've ever seen.
Yeah.
After not like talking any shit all series too, and then he does the wave.
Yeah.
And
you're not gonna believe me when I say this. At a certain point in that game, I was like, this is gonna end with a buzzer beater.
I believe you.
Yeah.
Lillard has reached that level where, like, if he has the ball, I'm just like, he could probably just shoot right now where he is, kind of regardless of who's guarding him or where he is on the court.
Yeah, he's there's only been like 5 series-ending shots.
Yeah,
and Lillard has 2 of them, and the other person who has 2 is literally Michael Jordan.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's tight.
So who do you want to see, Nuggets or Spurs?
I don't Spurs, because they're worse.
You think so?
I mean, on paper.
They're less talented.
Yeah, they're just they're less talented. And
last night, of course, Spurs won Game 6, forced Game 7 in Denver. If the Nuggets had won and closed out in San Antonio, Game 6, I would have said they're going to beat the Blazers. But now that they have to go back for Game 7, I'm less sure. I don't know what my pick would be for Nuggets Blazers. Spurs Blazers, I would pick Blazers.
Yeah, because they're more talented. Because the Blazers are more talented than the Spurs.
Yeah, and Blazers,
even without Nurk,
experience isn't going to be an issue for the Blazers, I don't think. And like coaching is also not going to be an issue. Not that I think those things are massive issues for the Nuggets, but
I think inexperience is probably an issue for the Nuggets.
Yeah, they are.
I don't think coaching is in particular. Malone's a pretty good coach. He's pretty good. Yeah. He's just not Greg Popovich.
Neither is Terry Stotts.
Yeah, but
Terry Stotts is really good though.
Yeah, Terry. I mean, you could say Terry's like Budenholzer level.
Terry Stotts continues to be underrated.
Yeah, because he coaches in Portland. I don't know if you've heard. Nobody cares. Nobody believes in us.
Okay, Rodney. Okay, Rodney Dangerfield.
Nobody respects the fucking Blazers. Damian Lillard should be MVP. He's better than Westbrook. Terry Stotts, underrated coach. Should be a perennial coach of the year candidate. Blazers.
It's a pretty weird little evolution that the ridiculous voice made there.
Yeah, it became Louisiana.
Right.
After a while. We'll make a good gumbo down here in Portland, Oregon.
Is that true?
No, I don't think so. I can't think of where you might get gumbo. I guess there's decent... Here's the thing. I don't eat Southern food because it's vegetarian. But there are some places that have do the Southern food thing, and people seem to like them. But but every time somebody comes in from out of town, they're like, ugh, dog shit. Get that shit out of here.
It's fair. I mean, the people have probably had better versions of that food somewhere else.
Yeah. Or, Screen Door is always the one where they're like, what is this garbage? And then they toss it off the table. Even though people line up for 2 hours for it every weekend.
By the way, we talked about political polling the other day.
We did?
Apparently. I'm getting a message from a very high quality source right now.
Is it Lewis?
No, it's a listener.
Oh, okay.
And he says that I'm right to say that And it's just used by the professional class to justify the status quo because they measure how people feel right now in a system with no real options, even offered to regular people. And they don't acknowledge the possibility.
I don't remember this conversation at all.
Well, there's an interview about this on the podcast This Is Hell with Susan Kang.
Uh-huh.
So anybody wants to know more about that, listen over there.
Thanks for recommending another podcast. Hey, Roundball Rock, check it out.
Well, I mean, that's who sent the message. That's who supports us. So we support them also.
Wait, was it really Joey?
No, it was This Is Hell. What did I just say?
Oh, I mean, but who was talking to you about it?
From This Is Hell.
Wait, who was? But you said that somebody was texting you about it. Who was a listener?
I just told you.
The people who make This Is Hell listen to this?
You didn't know that?
No.
Well, now you know that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, what do you think about Raptors, Sixers?
Wait, we're not done. Okay. We're not going to get back to.
I told you where you can go if you want real discourse about political polling.
Oh, okay. Instead of me being a little okay. Are we not going to continue to talk about Westbrook or what? Let's get back to it. We'll get back to it.
Well, let's talk about it right now.
Okay.
Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, he lost his fucking mind all series.
It's never going to change.
No, of course he's not. He's just going to get older and worse.
So all the reasons they were having a hard time.
And like watching Lillard across from him, who's just,
steady as she goes.
Yeah, you said that as an adult.
Yeah, he is.
And actually kind of contextualize the entire experience of watching him for me. Like, just watching Lillard just fucking do grown-up shit all game, go to the rim when he needs to, pass when he needs to, not get too hot, not scream at people, not chew out reporters when he's frustrated. Like, he just does what he's supposed to do the entire fucking time, and his team doesn't lose. As opposed to Westbrook, who, just lights himself on fire every fucking game. What's he doing?
Well, all the stuff that was making it harder for them to win, aside from Paul George being hurt, is everything that you just said, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he clearly heard all of this sort of like funeral tunes before Game 5, right?
Uh-huh.
Because he comes out...
Yeah, because he played like not a lunatic for most of the game.
For 3 quarters.
Yeah, but then what happens?
Then what happens? He just went right back to it. You can't play within himself for one big game.
Yeah. Yeah. He was tantalizingly close to winning.
At this point,
that he lost because Paul George missed the 2 most ball don't lie. Fate missed those free throws, but like, yeah, and Lillard made a really ridiculous shot.
His playoff performances since Durant left have just been pure satire.
Yeah.
It's been first round exits in which he behaved like a maniac. 3 years
and did the triple double gutting thing. It just did all the Westbrook shit.
Did you see there was like an Avengers meme about where it was like Westbrook's face imposed on Thanos? It's like, did you get the triple double? And CD's like, yes. And like, what did it cost? And he was like, the series.
Yeah. Good one.
That's a pretty good one, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about this whole thing where Westbrook just flat out ignores a reporter? He just says next question every time.
Man, every time I hear anybody talk about it, I end up disagreeing with some aspect of it.
So I don't know if you've covered a game a Thunder game.
No, I have not.
Their press people are really aggressive.
I've heard this. You are not the only person who's told me this.
So it's been a long time since I covered any games, honestly.
Yeah, because your dick's too big to get in the United Center.
Pretty much, yeah. I burned my bridges over there.
Yeah.
But Westbrook was Westbrook and Durant, of course, were the guys who they would want to protect the most.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know if it's changed that much.
In all honesty, considering how Durant is reacted to having a little more freedom, maybe they might have had a point on that one.
Well, I think that the Thunder organization is complicit in the way that both of those guys act.
Yeah, because they, I don't know, man. Like, what's this? I mean, the strategy there is they don't care what anybody thinks except for people in Oklahoma City, right?
Right. It's very us against the world kind of stuff. And the guy, like, most of the PR professionals, the liaisons or whatever between the press and the organization are going to be like a charming person.
Yeah.
Frankly, it's usually a woman who's very pleasant to talk to.
Yeah. PR people are like the nicest people in the world.
That's their job.
Yeah. There's a PR guy who I know from writing about movies, and I think that the first time I met him, I was like, "What?" And then I met him a few more. What?
You're just like, why are you being so nice to me?
Yeah, and part of it is that it's his job to be nice to me, but he's done. But like I've given dog shit reviews to things that he. I was extensively working with him on, and he's still really nice to me. Like, he's nice. They're not, like, if you're in PR, you're probably a nice person.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you have to...
80% of the time, except apparently in one place.
So, yeah. Oh, man, I don't even know how to deal with this
But,
thing.
like, another part of me feels like...
What do you feel like?
Okay, part of this is that I'm not going to talk about that, but
the Thunder PR guy was not a charmer, by the way.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
He's a yeller.
Yeah.
Is
he an old yeller?
I felt like...
Is there a sense that someday he's going to get rabies?
No.
Okay.
Bad joke, not worth developing.
All right, fair enough. I think everybody else could fill in the end. All right.
I did feel more like Sean Spicer was yelling at me about questions being over.
Uh-huh.
In my experiences covering Thunder.
Than a PR person saying, "John, I love you."
Right, yeah. It was more just a guy just being like, questions for Russell are over! Like, it was seriously like that. And it was just like, oh, okay, all right. So when you see Westbrook and Durant having very peculiar behavior with the media, let's think about where they learned it. Because
another
both of us are very young when they got there.
Yeah, and the organization was like,
this is how you behave.
Yeah. Durant used to be good with the media.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He doesn't handle criticism well, though.
Yeah, he doesn't. But the other thing about this is that listening to media people be like, they were mean to me, is also kind of exhausting.
I don't care for that at all.
Yeah.
People start talking about, God, I always think this, and I can't actually say it because it involves a word that, I can't say. But there's that John Lennon song where he says, woman is the blank of the world,
Yeah.
I always think of people who are like these fake martyrs as thinking that, journalists are the blank of the world. Or like when Howard Schultz goes on TV to talk about how we need to have more sympathy for billionaires. Like, what are you going to say next? Billionaires are that blank of the world?
Billionaires really are an oppressed class. Like, yeah, All the other thing is like this gives you grist for the mill. And we'll talk about that another day. Okay. I'm trying really hard not to talk about the thing I wrote in public. So.
Well, we'll talk about it when it's released.
Yeah.
Release the Kraken.
John. I'm an adult.
No, you're not.
Yeah, barely. No, but like, calm down, guys.
I agree that people should just very generally calm down.
Yeah, it just goes too hard both ways. Like, there's no reason for Westbrook to act like a monumental asshole to reporters, really. Except that he probably hates that aspect of the job. And
Right.
on a certain level, the expectations are weird and unreasonable. But also, you don't need to act like a dick. But also, reporters, you guys don't need to
make such a big deal out of it.
you don't need to bring Utah Jazz energy.
Right. I mean, is Westbrook acting like a bit of a child? Absolutely. Just say that. I mean, don't be like, he is disrespecting us to a degree that is inhumane. And they just start
bring pictures of Spider-Man.
They're just talking about how they're talking about themselves as a profession as if they are like a specific race of oppressed people. And I'm like, all right, just take it easy. You are like basketball media.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. My experience with a lot of superstars is that if they act that way, in that ridiculous way, it's actually better material than like if they had given you a straightforward interview.
Yeah, and like a reporter's ability. Okay, sometimes I feel like it's just that it makes writing the thing you have to write marginally more difficult because you don't get to plug in quotes. You know what I mean?
Right, which is part of the copy and paste cookie cutter methodology.
Which is it's fun to act like that's a new thing. It's not. Like, sports writers have been writing like that, have been writing game stories like that for decades. It's just my job is marginally harder than it needed to be because he was wooed to me. Like, shut up.
Yeah, these people are substituting an unnecessary number of letters with W's for sure when they pronounce in the fashion of
they are. Yeah, they're speaking like babies, but also Westbrook acting like a maniac is weird, and he should stop doing it. I guess I don't know.
Overall,
you know what? But that's okay. That's the other thing about the media thing too, is that it's hard not to loop it into everything else he does. Like the weird way he plays that is plainly self-destructive, and how he wears crazy clothes, and how he acts like a weirdo with reporters. Like, he just in his professional life, it seems like a guy who's a little out of control.
Apparently, Howard Beck wrote a column on Westbrook like yesterday or something, or 2 days ago, that was a little cold.
I've not read it. I've not read it yet. I was not on the internet yesterday.
Russell Westbrook is a man without a plan. That's the headline.
I mean, that shit is true.
Yeah. Apparently, it's pretty cold. He evokes the use of Lil Uzi Vert's "Now I Do What I Want."
Oh. I don't know who Lil Uzi Vert is.
You know that song now?
I actually thought that was just something Westbrook said.
No, it's by Lil Uzi Vert.
Oh.
But he sang it right after.
What's Lil Uzi Vert's deal?
He's a sad boy.
Oh, he's like a SoundCloud rapper.
Well, yeah, he's like what SoundCloud rappers, a lot of them think they're going to be, because he's actually like famous,
successful.
You know? But yeah, he said he was singing that as soon as Durant left town, and I mean it corresponds with what's going on, basically, particularly in his playoff performances. But Toronto, Philly. What do you think about this ship?
Oh shit! I forgot it was Toronto.
Toronto's so good. It's really good.
Yeah, I think Toronto's probably going to win.
They're going to win. I
think Toronto's going to win, and I think that there's going to be some Thunder vibes coming off of the Sixers a little bit.
Unfortunately, I want to agree with you. I don't want to dismiss the Sixers at all. I think that they're ballers, and it's going to be a really interesting series.
They're ballers.
They just are.
They're ballers, baby.
I think it's going to be a way better series.
You should start talking like that.
Well, I can't really talk like anything if you're going to keep interrupting me.
I'm sorry. Go. I'm sorry.
What do you...
Stop being mean to me, Russell Westbrook.
It's going to be a much better series than a lot of people seem to be anticipating. But Kawhi is starting to look like the player he was 2 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And that is basically like maybe the best player in the NBA.
Okay.
I mean, we could talk about who's better, but he gets to a level defensively where like you just can't dribble around him.
Oh yeah.
And I love Ben Simmons, but he's young.
Mm-hmm.
And Kawhi is just going to shut him down whenever he wants to at a certain point.
Yeah, I'm with that.
And that's the person.
He's too big. He's too big to pull off that dribble shit around Kawhi, dude.
Yeah, he can just sort of... Simmons can sort of steamroll most people.
Do you think that Simmons will react well to that also?
Yeah, I mean, overall, yeah.
Yeah, I guess he does kind of play within himself. All right. That was unfair.
Yeah.
But it is going to like take a lot of options away from him if
of course.
Yeah. And he doesn't really have anything to fall back on. Is that fair? Look, I know that Wilmes doesn't cater to Ben Simmons slander on this program, but at the very least we can say he doesn't have a lot to fall back on.
I'm not exactly sure what you mean because that's a pretty vague statement.
Like, because he can't shoot, so, like, he can't make space for himself, or...
He can play excellent defense, and he can rebound. He's one of the best passers in the league.
Well, yeah, but if the passing is going to be kind of hard if he can't dribble.
Well, you don't always have to dribble to pass.
Okay, so they're going to play out of the high post with Ben Simmons.
I mean, you're getting a little too specific very quickly in your speculation. I think like you are speculating. All of a sudden, you got like some red meat was thrown into your cage.
Uh-huh.
And now you're sort of drawing out a very specific...
What animal am I in this analogy?
I don't know. You interrupted me again, so it's hard for me to stay.
Okay.
Okay. Now you're playing out this very specific failure fantasy that you really just wanted to oppose onto something or someone.
Okay, all right. You know what? You fucking John. You say one bad thing about his best friend Ben Simmons, and the fucking beast the fucking Defend Ben gang comes out.
Well, it's not really what's going on. I'm just sort of edging you toward having some cognitive discipline.
Uh-huh, okay.
Maybe
in fairness, 4 hours of sleep.
Right, well, there you go. Big sassy boy.
Mostly just thinking about Endgame right now, honestly.
Yeah, can't talk about that.
Nope, and I can't. And you know what? I'm not talking about it because I respect people.
It's good that you have respect for people.
Yeah. You should be allowed to go see the movie and experience it at your own speed, you know?
Sure.
Yeah.
But Joel Embiid is going to... I know that Marc Gasol is really good and crafty, but, I mean, Joel Embiid is... He's going to score as much as he wants to.
So what is Butler going to do?
They need him to play really good defense, and they need him to make buckets in close games.
Do you think there will be times where Kawhi guards Butler instead?
Yeah. In crunch time, probably.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Siakam is also...
Oh, yeah, Siakam's good, too. Forgot
really
about
good. Tobias Harris needs to show up. I think he will. I mean, I think the Sixers are going to be really good.
You want the Sixers to win.
Yeah, I do. But
Yeah.
the Raptors are so good, dude. They're crazy.
I don't really want the Sixers to win, I don't think.
I mean, that's fair. That doesn't...
But it's entirely for intellectual vanity.
For intellectual vanity?
Yeah, just like... me wanting to be able to be like, I thought the Sixers were going to lose, and they did.
Well, I also think they're going to lose.
But you don't. But you're not exercising intellectual vanity, though.
No, I'm just like looking at one of the best defensive teams I've ever seen in the Raptors, and just not sure how anyone's going to beat them, including the Bucks and including the Warriors.
I think Gasol can do enough against Embiid to not make it even, but make it particularly inconvenient for the Sixers.
Yeah, I mean they have an unbelievably good defender at every position. And then they have a really good one coming off the bench too, in Ibaka, and Fred VanVleet's not so bad either.
The Vleet Lord.
The Vleet Lord, baby.
Vleet Lord.
How Vleet it is. Pretty good joke, I thought.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah, pretty fucking good. So you see this shit where Warriors are having practice and they got media there, and Steve Kerr's like, "Hey, could you turn down the music so I can hear the reporters?"
Yeah, I saw that.
And then Draymond's like, "Turn that shit back up."
Yeah.
And Steve Kerr's like, "Blah."
The impression I got, I haven't watched it yet. I've only read. I was 100% off the internet yesterday. I read a book. That's how off the internet I was.
What'd you read?
A Distant Mirror. I finished it.
The heck is that?
It's a book about Europe in the 14th century.
Pretty good?
Yeah, pretty good. There's some, and then this dynastic house did this, and then this city did this stuff. It gets a little monotonous. They're around page, let's call it 300. It's like a 600 page book. Is that 600? Yeah, 600 page book. They're around 300, but the parts that are about the Black Death and war and all the weirdos, all that shit is excellent. Anyway, so I finished that book yesterday, but I didn't do anything on the internet. I got the impression that Draymond didn't know what he was doing, is what I heard.
I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there.
Okay. That Draymond was just in another part of the thing. Was like, who turned the music down?
But so the Warriors, in any event, just they don't seem to have quite the level of,
Would them? Let's just talk theoretically for a second.
Yeah.
Would them losing to the Clippers be the funniest thing that ever happened?
Yes.
Probably won't happen.
Probably not. They'll probably win the next game by quite a few points.
Yeah, we'll see.
I know. I mean, that's what I thought would happen in the last one. But
yeah,
it didn't really go that way.
They looked 1,000 years old in that game.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They look 1,000 years old.
Yeah, Clay drinking beer on the bench was not a good look.
I didn't even see that.
No, that didn't happen. But
yeah,
the fact that I said that and you said I didn't see that,
right.
The fact that you could believe that Clay was on the bench tossing back a brew dog.
I mean, this is what undoes every dynasty eventually, is they just can't deliver the intensity anymore.
Yeah.
Not as consistently.
And they hate each other too.
And they hate each other. It's the 8th seed and they're struggling at this point.
Mm-hmm.
They have to play the Rockets next.
Yeah. Yeah, they have to play the most frustrating player to play against in the universe.
And they're going to have a little rest too. That's a result of this this little stubble of the Warriors.
The other day I was talking about James Harden on Twitter.com and Ben Detrick, the host of the Cookies podcast, he said that that watching Harden is like watching a guy butterfly knife stab somebody with a butterfly knife for 40 minutes. And I was like, yeah, that's cool.
He's very cool. Yeah,
he was also saying it was cool. I want to make that clear. Anyway,
he's very cool. A lot of people don't think that James Harden playing basketball is cool.
Yeah, they're wrong.
I don't know what's wrong with you.
What if I said that? They're wusses. They're Romans. They're like, there's no water in the way he plays. And then, who cares?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay. Ooh.
I'm
Hey,
definitely
boo
listening.
boo.
I'm listening to everything you're
Oh
saying.
man, you're definitely Yogi, and I'm definitely Boo Boo.
I don't know about that.
I don't know temperamentally, but just like voice wise.
Oh, you think I'm Yogi?
Yeah, cause you got like the lower voice. And my voice has a nose in it.
I've lost the ability to hit a certain register singing. I can't go high anymore.
Like your voice is just getting deeper and deeper.
Pretty much.
Now you're just like, "Oh, moonlight be."
Well, I went and did karaoke.
Uh-huh.
I had to sing like Roy Orbison all night.
Ugh, bad move, dude.
What?
Your voice
Why?
is so low.
Huh?
Your voice is so low.
He has a low voice.
So you're like, "Darling, you must believe I could." Oh no, that's the Dewey Cox song. That's a Roy Orbison song.
Yeah, no, it's more
It's
like
a good song, but
a candy colored clown. You know that one?
I don't know if I do. I know Roy Orbison songs.
Bro, it's good. In Dreams by Roy Orbison.
Yeah, In Dreams, You're Mine. Did you do In Dreams?
Hell yeah, I did.
Okay. Did you also rub velvet against your face and say, "Baby loves blue velvet"?
Yeah, no, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Not everything about that song has to lead back to that movie.
Yeah, I know. Except that it's like, okay, it's like it's definitely some unfair to the song shit. But also, like, Frank staring in the camera and saying, "In dreams, you're mine." It's kind of pressed into my mind a little bit.
I mean, I like the Blue Velvet, good movie, but
yeah,
a Roy Orbison song deserves to stand on its own.
I agree, and it's unfair to him that it doesn't.
Well, it does.
I'm sorry. Okay. It's unfair to him that it doesn't in my mind.
Yes, there you go.
Okay.
So the unfairness, to review, the unfairness is coming from you.
Oh, wait, which of us is being unfair? About
you.
What?
About the song.
Okay, yeah, that's reasonable.
I know it is.
Yeah. Because, Roy Orbison's wonderful.
What percentage chance, though, do you really think the Rockets have of beating the Warriors?
Man, here's the thing. The Warriors look like shit.
I know. I'm going like 55% Warriors on this thing.
I can't. You know what? I'm going to call it a fucking coin flip. And I think that this is what I think. Harden has ultimate fucking mindset. He's like totally unrattleable. He is out there he is out there fucking in the bleachers every fucking game, scrounging around for ass, like doing everything he fucking can to get every little edge he can.
Nobody on the Warriors is doing that at this point.
Yeah, I think that approach could start to frustrate people in a situation where it's pretty apparent that everybody's getting pretty frustrated.
The Warriors do seem like they're getting a little bit frustrated.
Yeah. Who's guarding Harden? Clay, probably, mostly?
I'm not sure. But they're getting frustrated by the coolest possible team right now.
Yeah. Yeah, they're so fucking cool. What's the name of what's Matt from the Grizzlies fan?
Oh yeah.
At Grizzlam on Twitter, he posted something on the internet. Don't know if you heard of this, where he said, if you don't like this Clippers, if you are a grit and grind Grizzlies fan and you don't like this Clippers team, you're lost.
Yeah, you need help.
Yeah, you don't understand the spirit of this. Yeah, this Clippers team is fucking insane. It's so stupid. It's so good.
During these playoffs, something I'm desiring a lot and that we don't have is the voice of Jim Boylan.
Uh-huh.
I just need somebody to sort of comment on the spirit of various individuals and teams.
Patrick Beverley has an unbelievable spirit.
Yeah, I really need to sort of hear more of that.
What color is Patrick Beverley's energy?
Amber.
Amber?
Yeah.
You don't think it's a little less soothing than that?
I don't know if you've ever heard the song Amber by 311, but it's pretty soothing.
Okay. All right. You know, I try to ask a real fucking question. You know, which of us is poisoned now, you know? Is it me shortchanging in dreams, or is it you who can't talk about the color of somebody's energy without mentioning 311? Huh?
It's a prying query that you present.
Yeah. It just seems like you just did the thing that I got criticized for. So.
I was going to say something more like maroon, but I realized that the 311 song exists, and I wanted to make a joke.
Okay. Maroon, I think is a little better. You don't walk into a maroon room and feel safe.
No, you do feel like somebody's just going to slap the ball out of your hands, or get up right on your hips.
Yeah, like hell is you wake up, you walk in a maroon room, you have a basketball in your hands, and Patrick Beverley's there, and this is his heaven. It's your hell and his heaven, and he's just slapping the ball out of your hands and laying it up on you, and like shoving you and like crouching really low and pressing his chest into your hips, and I got a tweet for eternity.
Got a couple tweets to read here.
Okay.
Friend of the program, Patrick Cosmos, tweets.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Raising
big
money
muscles, bigger heart.
I'm gonna start tallying the amount of times you interrupt me.
Sorry, go ahead.
He tweets, raising money to hire Patrick Beverley to hound Barry Weiss everywhere she goes all off-season long.
Yeah. Slapping
the racism pamphlets out of her hands and goading Barry Weiss into technical fouls. So, donate some money to the cause, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Patrick Beverley, not just a basketball player anymore. We're bringing his energy to all sorts of fascists.
Yeah.
You know, Antifa really should start to learn from Patrick Beverley.
Should they put him on the flag?
Yeah, I think so.
What's the Antifa flag again?
No idea.
Oh, it's a red flag and a black flag.
You see that Trump is tweeting about Biden like he's his best friend or something?
No.
He says, "Welcome to the race, Sleepy Joe." Which Sleepy Joe is weird. I don't know.
Yeah, he doesn't seem that sleepy.
He's creepy Joe.
Yeah, that's what you go. You go like Feely Joe.
Handsy Joe, I think, is number one.
Handsy Joe. The only problem is that doesn't work for, even what Trump is like, little hypocritical.
Gropey Joe?
Yeah.
Okay, so he says, "Welcome to the race, Sleepy Joe. I only hope you have the intelligence, long in doubt," I don't know what that means, "to wage a successful primary campaign. It will be nasty. You will be dealing with people who truly have some very sick and demented ideas. But if you make it, I will see you at the starting gate."
Some sick and demented. I don't care for the president very much.
I don't think that I like him.
I hope you don't mind me saying. People should have health care. Disgusting.
Yeah, time to wreck up.
God, this Joe Biden shit. I cannot wait for this fucking shit to end.
I really wish that he would have just not subjected us to his bullshit.
Yeah.
The polls, again, are bullshit, though, so I'm not worried about that so much. And, I don't know. Corbin, you watching the new season of Veep?
No, I don't. I stopped watching Veep when Iannucci left.
This new season's pretty fucking good, actually.
Yeah. I didn't like the 5th season, which I watched.
I don't think I liked it that much either.
Yeah,
but
and I just kind of stopped watching.
Good. This one's been pretty good.
The one where her mom dies is good.
Sure.
The other...
A certain website was listing all the best episodes of every TV show, and they chose an episode of Veep, which is objectively the worst or one of the worst.
Which one was it?
The one that's all off of Catherine's camcorder.
Oh, I hate that. Or no, wait. Is that the 5th season one or the 4th season one? What's the 4th season weird one?
I don't remember. But I'm loving this new season. Jonah's running for president now.
Uh-huh.
And it's obviously like a sham, but he doesn't know it's a sham.
Uh-huh.
Just like the people who are doing it know it's a sham, because you can run for president and have no
that Catherine one sucks. The good one. I'm sorry. You can add this to the interrupting count. The good offbeat one is the one where they all sit and give testimony.
You know, at a certain point, the interruption count is ejection. You know, it's like accumulated flagrant or technical fouls.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. So, like, there's going to be an episode that I'm not on.
We'll figure out the terms.
I wouldn't mind if there was an episode I wasn't on.
So Jonah's running for president.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't. It's a sham. The whole thing is, if you run for president, if you just have a campaign, you get money and you get data on voters, and you like sell that and shit.
Uh-huh.
So it's not really about necessarily trying to win. So like 20 people are running for president right now.
Uh-huh. We're talking about the Pete Lord right now, right?
I'm not even thinking. There's a million different people I'm thinking of right now. 20, wow. Actually.
I mean, Pete is the most like flagrant, though, right?
Yeah, I think we're getting him out of here right now.
Yeah, like what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, I mean, it's absurd. Yeah. I also just feel like I need to just sit at least a couple weeks out on all of these things, because we're so far away.
Now that I've seen Endgame, a little piece of me is like, can I just be in a coma until like the primaries are over?
Yeah, might as well.
Or maybe I'm in a coma and I wake up when Spider-Man comes out.
Some sort of goo pod you can go into for a while.
Yeah.
Like a goo pod. You play this game Axiom Verge?
No.
Pretty fun game.
Is there goo pods in it?
There are all sorts of things that are like that.
Are there goo pods in the movie?
Are there goo pods in the film?
What is the goo pod situation?
That's what I say to my waiter when I go to a Michelin restaurant.
Are any goo pods here?
Do you have any goo pods, madame?
And then if you're at like a what do you call it?
I don't know. I don't know what I call the thing that.
I know what the fuck the molecular gastronomy restaurant. They're like, oh we can goo pod you.
Oh yeah, molecular gastronomy.
Yeah.
There's some really expensive restaurants in Chicago that are like that.
Yeah, there's only one in Portland that I know of.
What's the one that's really famous? Alinea.
Alinea?
Or Alinea. I don't even know how to pronounce it. I'm never going to go there.
Why not?
It's like $500.
As Alinea.
Yeah.
New American tasting menus. Highly creative plates.
Right.
Book your experience. Ugh, when it's an experience, that's not a good sign.
Exactly.
Let's see. Let's go a little bit into the future. Try to book a reservation. A Wednesday. That'll probably be clear, right? Go a little later.
Sure. Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never done anything on a Wednesday before, so I don't know why I would have anything.
Okay, it's $200 a person.
Okay, that's not as bad as I thought, but it's definitely more than I'm going to pay.
It's $200, and then there's okay. The $200 is a 10 to 14 tasting menu. There's a $300 one. That's a little more, and then there's another one that's $240. So the more expensive one is a multi-sensory 16 to 18 course menu.
They fill you up.
That combines, oh shit, dog, fine dining with experimental moments.
Experimental moments?
Experimental moments.
The fuck do you think that means?
I don't know. I'm sitting here kind of wanting to pay for it, though.
You want to spend all your money on it.
I might be kind of an easy sell on a weird restaurant.
That's kind of like what you're into.
Yeah, a little bit. Like I'm sitting here like, oh, just $300 and I get experimental moments. That sounds pretty cool.
If somebody gave you a big bag of money, probably the first thing you'd be thinking about is like, damn, what kind of experimental moments can I pay for?
Yeah. Well, I will. Okay, I will say, if somebody gave me, what's a big bag of money here? How much is that?
Let's say $8,000.
Yeah, I'm definitely. Yeah, I'm going to dinner.
You're going to dinner.
Yeah, and it's gonna get a little stupid.
It might as well.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a 3-star restaurant. Wow.
Is that good? I have no idea.
That's the highest Michelin rating, baby.
Well, there you go.
Was there a series we didn't talk about?
No, we talked. I mean, the Blazers' foe is not set, so we didn't talk about that too much.
Yeah, we touched on it. I probably prefer the Spurs.
That's fair, man.
But I'll take all comers, baby. Rip City. Let's fucking do this.
Time for me to go get a book at the library, get some coffee, maybe take a big shit.
It's time for me to take a nap. Ow, ow, ow. Little piece of me is thinking, if I get this nap done early enough, I might go see Endgame again.
You're out of your mind.
And you know what? I'm probably going to see it at least another time, because I see all the Marvel movies with my father. It's our when a superhero movie comes out, or some crappy action movie, me and Wayne like to go see it together. And we had kind of a precarious seat for Endgame, and Wayne really wants to see it again. So I'm probably going to see it again with Wayne. But I'm sitting here like, damn, I might want to go see Endgame again right fucking now, dog.
You're out of your mind.
Why?
I don't know. You just saw it last night.
Whatever. You had never seen the movie twice in 2 days?
No, I haven't. I'm going to see it tomorrow night.
Okay.
So, no spoilers. Anybody spoils it, I'm going to slap them.
Yeah, come on. Don't spoil Endgame, guys. there's some... There's some fun stuff. That's what I'll say. It's a fun movie. Right.
I'm going to log off before you ruin this.
Okay. Thanks for listening. There'll be like a real episode, Take It or Break It, in a day or two. And me and John are doing a half history, half current episode. We
want to talk about the
Sixers Raptors. So we're gonna be watching that series and talking about the time Vince Carter went to his high school graduation.
Oh God, no! It's college graduation.
Sorry, it's college graduation.
Dingus.
Okay,
right.
John.
Gotta go.
That's a rude thing to say to your friend.
All right, gotta go.
All right, everyone have the rate and review on iTunes. Check out the Patreon, patreon.com/Take It or Break It. Thanks for listening. Thanks for joining me, John. Have a wonderful day.
Bye.